yesterday, just after 10 a.m., Lewis told me about something that he had seen the night before, and I'm like, what? Really? What a gift. You gave me a gift. When I went home and watched this yesterday, I was dying.
It's the rabbit hole.
It is so great.
Here's my weakness, stuff like this, and anytime somebody posts a video about how cringy Corey Feldman is, I watch it. I fall down that rabbit hole.
Well, I get this one, and the video that I watched was 40 minutes long, and I felt like it flew by because I was so glued and so into this. Hulk Hogan. This happened actually happened in November, but the body cam video was just released recently, so that's why it just it's just now starting to pop out everywhere.
Yeah, this happened right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, November 18th.
Okay, I was gonna say right before Thanksgiving he got a DUI.
Yeah, we're talking about Hulk Hogan's son Nick. All right.
Who looks awful, by the way.
Yeah, he did. He did look pretty bad. 33 years old. He was stopped by officers in Clearwater, Florida on November 18th on suspicion of driving while intoxicated after he allegedly flew past officers on the side of the road at over 50 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour zone. I guess he did not change lanes to create space. Is that
that's the gist of it?
Supposed to do?
If I believe in somebody more knowledgeable about state laws than me, because I'm the guy who looks at speed limits as suggestions and not law. I believe if an officer has someone pulled over in whatever lane they're in, you're supposed to switch out of the lane.
I always
give them space.
Yeah, I didn't know I was supposed to. It's just a natural reaction.
Yeah, but not everybody believes that. I think it's law that you have to move over. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure you have to create that space.
All right. Well, in this footage, the nearly 40-minute process begins with Nick Hogan being stopped around 1 a.m. And in this clip, the officer approaches the window of Nick's black pickup truck after he pulls him over.
Hey, sir. How much you had to drink tonight?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing at all?
Sorry, I'm just leaving around, sir.
You almost ran me over. It was me that you almost ran over when you were driving right by me when there's police lights lighting up the road over there.
So far, it's just been a night where I was on our way home and we were leaving.
You mind stepping out for me?
Yeah.
Nice truck. So where are you coming from tonight? Come on over here.
Leaving the beach, heading home.
Leaving the beach, heading home?
Heading home.
Nothing to drink tonight?
No, sir.
But I can smell it on your breath.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's I was just kissing my girlfriend. Apologize.
That's what you're going to say? That you're kissing your girlfriend, so that's why you have alcohol coming off your breath?
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Well, would you mind if I checked your eyes and make sure you're safe to be driving, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard some good ones, but I was kissing my girlfriend and she was drinking. That's why I smell like alcohol.
That's why I almost hit you. I was making out with my girlfriend behind the wheel.
Matt and Big Daddy Force both say any flashing lights, move over, or get pulled over. It's part of the campaign.
Okay.
So you do have to get out. That's what I thought. The funny thing about all of this is with Nick Hogan, he does work. His dad apparently has this place called Hogan's Hangout in Tampa. And it's like this. They cut these wrestling promos for karaoke night. What you gonna do, brother, when we have karaoke night tonight at Hogan's Hangout? And he tries to imitate his dad. They did these Facebook videos forever. They're kind of cringeworthy. But I mean, I guess if you're a fan of 80s Hulk Hogan wrestling, you probably might find some appeal there. So that's where he's working. He's the house DJ at his dad's restaurant.
So the officer still took Nick through several field sobriety tests, right, and requested that he blow through a breathalyzer, which he reportedly refused, and they determined that he had been drinking, and they arrested him. And Nick's girlfriend, former porn star Tana Lee, had been on the phone with Hulk Hogan, yelling and telling him, I mean, she's screaming in the phone, she's all, shook up over this. And she's telling him Nick's pulled over. Well, not long after that, Hulk Hogan shows up at the scene to find out what happened from the officer.
He's impaired driving.
He's impaired?
He's currently in custody for DUI.
DUI. Did he blow? Okay.
We're at that point right now where he's asking if he's willing to blow or not.
Cool. Can you come over real quick? See what this is crazy. Sorry about this. This is first DUI.
Okay, now that's interesting that he said this is his first DUI, and we'll get back to that. But Nick is now going to jail for the night, and they tell him, you have to stay for a minimum of 8 hours. That's just like Florida law. If you get a DUI, doesn't matter what the bail is, you're going to sit in jail for 8 hours. So Hulk Hogan's basically going to go back home and go to bed. But his girlfriend, this former porn star Tana, she's still all upset, and somebody needs to take Nick's truck home. Somebody's, because Hulk drove his own car,
right?
And the truck's there, and the police, if there's somebody who can take the vehicle, they won't impound it. They will let you take it. But because you're in the vehicle with the drunk driver, you have to pass the sobriety test.
Correct.
You got to blow in the breathalyzer to prove that you're okay to drive before they'll let you take it. And so she's got to pass this breathalyzer test, and this is the best part of the whole thing. So here she is with the officer.
Well, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm emotional. Yeah, I worked at men's prison. I think you guys been and I can't blow that long.
Look, you gotta blow harder.
I'm an ex-porn star. That's as hard as I can blow. Sorry. Google me. I'm sad.
No, she didn't blow hard enough.
I can blow harder. Okay. I don't have a lot of lung capacity. I know how to do this. I'm not dumb.
Consistent.
I'm trying. I have little lungs. It's funny, I know it. I'm telling you, you guys are being so to work in a prison. I hate this everyone. Good! I'm not doing anything wrong.
Big deep breath and blow. You gotta blow harder and consistent. Keep going.
I'm not drunk. I'm emotional. I'm sad.
Stop talking for 2 seconds so you can get your breath, because you're not giving the complete sample.
Because it's under the limit and you don't believe me.
No,
yes.
That's not why. If it was under the limit, it would say it was under the limit.
I was just saying she's talking too much.
Alright. Big deep breath. And blow.
I'm gonna pass out. If I go to the hospital, are you gonna pay for me to the hospital? No.
125. 1.125.
I don't know.
It's double wiggle. 1.5 times over.
Yeah, you're not driving the truck.
I'm not drunk. I'm emotional.
I know, but oh my gosh.
Yeah.
that is too good.
There's a part of it when Hogan finds out his son's got to be kept for 8 hours, so he's got to be there 8 hours. Well, I'm taking my ass back to sleep.
Yeah, it's like he's going home, go back to bed. She is, she's a piece of work, so she can't drive home.
Yeah.
Hogan then explained that he had just been with Nick a few hours earlier before his son was headed to judge a bikini contest.
I'm really surprised he was drinking, because I was leaving at 9 o'clock and I was at my house, and we just finished working out, and then he was going to go pick her up because he had to be there at 10. As we were working out, I said, I just feel really good. I'm not going to drink anything tonight. That's why I was surprised. All of a sudden I get this call that he's getting pulled over for D.U.I, and the knucklehead screamed to me on the phone. As soon as I heard that, I knew there was a problem. When I heard her attitude. I didn't know if she'd got him in trouble or if he'd been drinking, but I was really surprised.
I can imagine her, man. It's like, oh, she's been drinking. I know I can't imagine what she's done now.
I'd say Hogan must be so proud, but considering his own track record, I mean,
yeah. Yeah, so you mentioned the bar, Hogan's Hangout, and that's where this bikini contest was being held that evening. Footage from the event showed Nick attending, running turntables, drinking and smiling in the background. And like I said, Hogan said this was his first DUI, but here's the thing. He actually got one before in 2007, and it wasn't just a DUI, man. This was terrible. He was 17 years old, and he and his friend John Graziano were in this car together, and they were in a terrible accident that left Graziano with a traumatic brain injury. Mm-hmm. And Nick was sentenced to 8 months behind bars, 5 years probation after it was revealed he was intoxicated behind the wheel. Graziano's family sued the Hogans and won $5 million. Got $5 million from Hogan for that accident.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that jumped out at me, all right? Nick Hogan instantly tries to blame his girlfriend. I was making out with her. She is wildly drunk, and that's why you smell alcohol in my breath. It reminds me, do you remember back in 2015 when Lance Armstrong was drunk driving, wrecked into 2 cars in Aspen, and had his girlfriend say that she was behind him?
Yes.
That is like such a low move for both of them to not take responsibility for themselves. And the fact that Lance Armstrong's girlfriend back then, they're married now.
Right.
Like, they've been together for years.
See, if you throw blame on me in this situation, I'm not sure we can be together anymore at that
That's
point.
what I mean.
In
It's like, what, do you do that just because you want to do your boyfriend a solid? Or, like, what? Maybe you do. Maybe you're trying to protect your boyfriend. And it's like, but to me, it's like this giant red flag where you just are so... You're free with letting me take the blame for you. That is a good idea to you, to let me take the blame for you. So I don't like that.
I have 2 statements and a question regarding this whole situation. One, I will give the Graziano thing. You can Google the audio. I was telling Thick about this morning. You can Google the audio because it was all during Hogan Knows Best when all this went down, so they taped part of it. And Hogan caught a lot of flack because when he's talking to Nick in jail, he's like, John didn't live the best life, and God was watching type deal. Don't quote me on that. It's not word for word, but he took a lot of flack for that. This is right about the time then Hogan slept with his best friend's wife and had the racial slurs and all that stuff came out. So Hogan's got that. I will give him credit for letting the officers do what they had to do and not trying to interfere in any capacity. But there was a point, and Dan brings this up, where he goes, yeah, I was at my restaurant and Jason Aldean's DJ came by. Like, he's name-dropping people, not that it helped.
Yeah, he did say that.
And my other question is this, and I don't know. Having an ex-porn star be your girlfriend or a wife, is that cool, or is that kind of like, oh, so you're like the 532nd dude that finally got there.
But you're the one she left her career for.
But what I'm saying is it took 530 other dudes before she got to you.
That's how special you are.
Is that I mean... So, like, I don't know. Like, that's my question. Is that cool, or is that, Because for me, I'd like a little bit more of an exclusive deal, I guess. But
it's all, the whole thing's an S show.
And what do you do when you invite your friends over? Dude, I was watching your girl on the hub last night. Like, it's just, how's that come up at Thanksgiving dinner? And Hogan's seen her.
Well, there's your Florida man story for
right?
the week.